how are you? Today I've already prepped my face with Barbus shaving oil, and my razor is going to be this twist to open adjustable, it's the Gillette Black Beauty long handle, and in there on what will be its third use, if you can see that, is a Super Irridium blade. I believe it's the PolSilver kind. There's also a Wizamet kind. I think they're made by the same company, Xylotech now. But anyway, both of them are open, but I think this was one of the ones that are labeled PolSilver or PolSilver. The blades both look the same. They say Super Irridium Extra Stainless. So, well, before I close that back up, I wanted to adjust it. Let's see, oops, going the wrong way there. I don't know if you'll be able to see that, but that's on a 6. It's just a dot between the 5 and the 7. I'm going to at least start out on a 6, and if it stays comfortable, I'll use that through the whole shave. We'll see here, though. My soap is going to be this Tcheon Fung Sing Red soap, which is kind of like Cella soap, or any classic Italian shaving soap. I've already lathered up my brush, which is the KC Shave Company Silvertip Badger brush, and I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to pour some water here, just a little bit there. I'm not really pouring water. I'm just letting some out of the tap, running some water. Just wet the tips of this again. I'm going to try to get a lather going here on my face, and I hope you're all doing well out there. Oh, and about 2.5, almost 3 days worth of growth here. So I've got quite a bit of stubble. And let's see how we're doing here. Not a bad lather. Now I'm going to wet the razor. Let me make sure I got this tightened down. Okay, I guess we're ready to go. Pass number 1 with the grain. Here we go. These blades seem a little rough even on the first use, and this is the 3rd use. Bit of a Gillette slide there. Okay, now I'll flip this over. Do a little bit more Gillette slide on this side of the face there, and I'm gonna rinse the razor. I'll be right back. Well, let's see, that appears to have rinsed pretty well. So unusually cool here today, by the way. For late August, it's unusually cool. Saturday doing the shave a little bit early. It might be posted a little early. Taking sort of longer passes today. Longer as in, well, keeping the blade against the skin, and more of a long stroke than a quick choppy one, I guess. But that's first pass of the face done already. I'll come back for pass number 2 across the grain. Okay, it's time for that second pass across the grain here. Here we go. I do some short choppy strokes over here by my ear on this across the grain pass. Maybe some more of the diagonal strokes, which they call the Gillette slide. Not sure why that would be a Gillette slide as opposed to any other kind of slide, but this is a Gillette razor, and I'm wearing my, I don't know, you probably can't see it all, it says a safe shave, and has a guy shaving by a safe to his reflection off of a steel safe or something, and underneath it says Gillette safety razor. Oh well, so much for that shirt being a big thing on this channel, because if you can barely see it, even when I back up all the way to the door. Still babysitting a neighbor's cat for another week or two, and it's scratching outside the door, and maybe I'll let it in. You want to come in? No. Hello? Huh. Yeah, crazy cat. Yeah, let's see, I'll flip the razor over. That cat likes to have me chase it around. Likes to play little cat games. It goes and hides underneath the bed or whatever. Well, I'm gonna switch hands here for under the chin on the left, on my left side of my face. I kept this on setting 6, by the way. The Gillette Black Beauty adjustable razor here. Okay, time to rinse. Okay, let's see. Going across still. My neighbor's gone. Neighbor lady went out of state for about a month, so I'm watching her kitty cat. Excuse me. For dinner, I'm thinking I'm going to have these leftover vegetables and rice. That sounds good. I don't know if there's anything else of note going on here. Just a good Saturday and time to enjoy a good shave here. Okay, well that's the second pass done. I'll come back for that third pass and we'll go across the grain. Well, let's see, that might be a little thinner this time, but I haven't gone back to the tub yet for any more soap. So this is a Seems like a relatively slick soap. It's been around a while. I've never used it before on camera, and I just received it recently, so second time using this soap. Had good results the first time. I'm going to go against the grain here. Let's see. Not a strong scent, but a pleasant, classic Italian soap scent on the Tcheon Fung Sing Red. The soap's not red, but the tub it comes in is red. Going up like this. Usually doing it my way, I will have rinsed the razor between here and there, but I'm just going on up. Might save time, just like when I cut out the rinsing and the relathering, just might make the video a little shorter, I hope. I'm not as conversational or conversant or whatever the word is today. But the shave is pretty nice. Still on setting 6 on this razor. Let's see, I'll go ahead, go up here. Okay, and now I'll rinse the razor. This blade, I'll show you the tuck again, PolSilver Super Irridium. Seems like with more stubble, it's a little bit more comfortable. It is a blade that seems to trade sharpness for smoothness. It errs on the side of sharpness. I wouldn't call this a terribly smooth blade. Oh, I'm doing, let's see, I'm doing this right. Against the grain. Always feels a little odd going against the grain above my lip. And it's a place where it behooves me, a place on my face that it behooves me to be a little bit, have a lighter touch to the razor. So hopefully I won't get weepers. Alright, and now I'm going to pop out leather under the chin, and I'll be back for pickups or touch-ups, whichever you prefer. Okay, first of all, here's the crazy magical clock reminding us, excuse me, that it's time for pickups or touch-ups if you prefer. Here we go. And I did notice I did get a little weeper right about there. I don't think I've got any others, but I did get a little tiny one right there. I bet you some cold water when I rinse will probably knock that out. But here we go. Pickups under the chin, on the neck. Kind of getting up onto the chin a little bit too. Along the jawline there. I'll try to touch up these trouble spots here. That's not too bad right there. Although I'm still getting some audio feedback. And that might be okay. Let's go over to this side here. I can tell that right here on this side I definitely need to use a light touch because I was starting to feel some razor burn, some irritation. But I'd like to get the trouble spot over here too, along the jawline and under my ear. Just about anything else that could be fixed here. Let's see. Setting 6 still on the razor, in case you were wondering. I haven't felt like messing with it, dialing it down, or whatever the case may be, so seems like more remnants of stubble, more audio feedback still over on this side of my neck. And I really want to be careful, but sometimes it doesn't pay to chase BBS. It is getting better though. Quite a bit better. In fact, I think I'll call that a shave. Well, wouldn't you know, I go feeling around over here and felt a little something. Still not too bad. Sometimes it's good and sometimes it's not good to be a perfectionist, depending upon the situation. I think that applies to shaving and so many other things in our lives. But you know what? Now I believe I can call it a shave. I will rinse the razor, rinse the brush, rinse my face. I'll come back with our good friend, Mr. Towel. Here he is. You know him, you love him, you can't live without him. It's our good friend, Mr. Towel. And just drying off or patting down the face can be, again, a very nice part of a shave. Mr. Towel's not as fluffy as he normally is. He's a little scratchy. I think that's because he got taken out of the dryer before, well, it was a large load of sheets and towels and things, and he was still a little damp when he came out, so he sort of air dried, and that made a difference. He's a little scratchy. He's a scratchy towel now. Oops. I'm going to turn him this way. Sorry, I'm going to fold him a certain way. I got a little OCD about my towels. Okay, I'll begin a brief recap and then I'll put the finishing touches on the shave here. Well, before I got on camera, I prepped my face with some Barbus shaving oil. I let that soak in for several minutes while I was getting some other things ready. My razor has been this, the Gillette Black Beauty as it's called. Adjustable, twist to open. Well, there is some overhang, yes, of which to be aware. And I had it on the 6 setting, which will be, I don't know if you'll be able to see that at all, but it's a dot between the 5 and the 7. Oh, that reminds me, last week, for some reason, I had to upload this last week's video at a lower setting. It wouldn't upload at the normal higher definition setting that I usually use. And sometimes if I've got a lot of extra time, I'll upload it at the highest setting, but that takes a lot longer to upload. So we'll see what we have to work with this time. But anyway, continuing my recap, my soap has been the Tcheon Fung Sing Red, and it is a classic Italian soap, a little bit like Cella, and nice, pleasant scent, but I would only give it maybe about a 2 out of 10 for scent strength. That's not a judgment call, it's just scent strength. to give you some idea. Let's see, my brush, which I lathered with, of course, was the KC Shave Company Silvertip Badger brush. And they're not in business anymore, but I think one of the partners that started that company went on to start another shaving company, but I can't remember what that's supposed to be, and I haven't been able to find it online, but it's probably out there and I just don't remember the name. Okay, let's see. Oh, and one more thing. In the razor, on its third use, was a PolSilver Super Irridium blade by Xylotech, I guess it is. You can see that there. Excuse me. Now, I'm going to apply some of the Robert's Rose Water from Italy and apply that to my face. Shake it up just a little bit. And only warning I have about this stuff is there's no restrictor on the bottle, so when you pour it, be careful. Whoa, that's more than enough right there. I wanted to make sure I got plenty. This is a toner, not an astringent, so no alcohol, and a very light, pleasant rose scent to it, but such a light scent that it wouldn't clash with anything, I wouldn't think, unless you have a very sensitive nose. And that's fairly refreshing right there. Feels like I'm just putting on cool water, but there's witch hazel and other good ingredients in this. I'll put the cap back on this and show you the label one more time. It's the Robert's Rose Water from Italy. And finally, something a little closer to home for my aftershave this time. I don't use this often on camera, but the Aqua Velva Musk. Why not? Shake that up a little bit. And this does have a restrictor, but it's kind of a wide one. So again, oh, yeah, be careful. That's way too much there, but that's okay. A little bit on the wrists, way up behind the ears, on the temples. Whoa, it's kind of dripping here. Sensitive, or the certain spots on the back of the neck and really all over the back of the neck. Oh yeah, excuse me, ugh, quite a bit of sting there. But that just means it's doing its job, and that it does have alcohol in it. Not a very expensive aftershave, but nice to use every so often, I find. I'll put the cap back on there and show you that again. I'm sure you've seen that in the stores. That's pretty readily available in supermarkets and big box stores, pharmacies here in the States. Okay, I'll finish up with the Nivea Men Original Replenishing Post-Shave Balm. Absorbs nicely, and if you're concerned about parabens, there are no parabens. So I'll try to get just a little dab here, and that's more than enough there. You only need a little dab, and I probably got too much, but that's okay. I'm just going to put this all over my neck here, where there might be any irritation or razor burn. All over the face, forehead, even on the eyelids, but be careful doing this. Although this is a mild product, you really don't want to get any shaving products in your eyes if you can help it. I'm trying to get these kind of dark spots under my eyes, which I've gotten more and more as I've aged, I'm sure. And hey, that's about it. Not a real talkative shave. I was kind of quiet today, I suppose, and I see my face is kind of red, but yeah, it gets that way sometimes, and then that red will kind of fade out, so I'm not too worried about that. I'm a little shiny. This stuff will settle in. It'll absorb very nicely. And that's it, folks. Thank you for watching. Welcome all new subscribers. I hope you can hang. But thank you for watching. Peace.